Hey, everybody. I'm still dealing with my COVID. So bear with me. I'll probably have some coughing attacks during the stream. I'm still getting some stuff sort of situated. So I might get distracted with different things. We're kind of light on the people who are going to be involved today. A lot of people are sick. A lot of people aren't feeling well. A lot of people are busy. Some people are sleeping. So with that, it's just myself and the debonair one, Jason.
Just you and me, brother. You are a serious trooper to still be doing this.
Yeah. So how's your weekend? How's everything?
Everything's pretty good. It's crazy hot out here. I think we're right up about 112-ish or so. 108 in the shade right now.
Yeah.
But man, great month for collecting. Scary month maybe coming up ahead, depending how things change. But man, I'm so excited. So excited.
Good. Everybody's feeling good. Everybody's
apparently
awesome.
I'm the only healthy one left out of the group. So yeah. Usually it's me.
All right. So I told Jason we got a lot to talk about, even though it's just the two of us, and we're not going to be distracted by the rantings and ravings of a lunatic from Indiana.
What are you talking
What we're going to do is we're going to jump right into some of the stuff that happened to me yesterday as a preface to today's stream. So with that, I posted this photo in our Facebook group, and I posted this photo in the Reddit. And of course, the Reddit, like, there were people who were cool about it, but there's also people who are just being silly. And I use silly as a very kind word. So the backstory of this photo, let me explain. So I went to Medicom stores, plural, 2 days ago. And I got COVID. So I'm feeling awful. And it's like 114 degrees outside. So I go, feeling awful, but I'm trying to get figures for people. You know, contrary again to some people's opinions, I'm not scalping these. Like, if I wanted to scalp these, I would scalp them. I would say, hey, you know.
And you sure wouldn't advertise it in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
So
why would you do that?
So this picture is deceiving because I aimed the camera at this angle for a specific reason. Okay. So I went 2 days ago, and I went to the new Medicom store, the Project 16, which is now Medicom Toys Tokyo. And I went in, and you know, it was good to be in the store, and it was good to see familiar faces. Cool people. That Project 16 store is full of awesome people. Just great, friendly, awesome people to talk to, you know. And I went in, and I was asking if they had any of the Batmans. And they said they did, and they had 3. And I picked up some Batmans, and I picked up some of the Spider-Mans, the Scarlet Spider. So I did that. And then on a whim, I went back over to Medicom Plus. That's the newer-esque store that's in Shibuya. It's about a 5-minute walk from the old Project 16. And I went in, and this is the store that had that staff that I complained about, that one particular guy. So I went in, and I asked them if they had the Batman. And so as I asked the staff member, there's a man and a woman. The woman, I've dealt with the woman before. She was nice. She started going in the back to get a Batman figure, and I told her I want the event exclusive. So she stopped in her tracks, turned around. She turned around and went into this cabinet where they keep those exclusives. and she pulled out the figure. And what I saw from the figure, they pulled it out, was this. They were all kind of like this. So she pulled it out, and I said, can I get 3? And she's like, yeah, sure, okay. Because that's always been the limit, right? And so I got them, and I asked her, I said, do you have any more? How many can I get? And she's like, oh, how many do you want? I was like, actually, I want all of them. And she kind of laughed, and she went back in, and they had one more. And so again, like, she pulls it out, it's like this, and she pulled it out, and they're on the table looking just like this photo, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 stacked, but like this. So I was like, okay, cool. And so I'm looking at my phone, and I'm messaging people and stuff, and they rang it up, and they put it in a bag. And I was like, when are you guys getting any restock in? Because I've heard that there's going to be a restock of this figure. There's a little bit of news that people haven't heard. I heard from 2 different sources that there is a strong possibility of a restock, at least for the Medicom stores. So she started talking to another staff, and they started going through the system and going through their, their database and stuff. And they were like, well, we got more in they used warehouse, but it's basically a stock room. I was like, oh, really? And they're like, yeah. I said, well, can I get more? And they're like, yeah. How many do you want? I was like, can I get 10? And they're like, sure. Can you wait? I was like, of course I can wait. Like, no problem. So I was waiting around, and I'm talking to her, and the guy disappeared, and he came back, and he had a box, and he opened the box, and opened the box. This is what you see. Opened it, and there was 12 in the box. And I was like, actually, can I get all 12? And I'm like, yeah, of course, no problem. And so I'm like, great. But they put the box down on the ground behind the counter, and they were taking them out, and they were they were bagging everything behind the counter, putting all the figures in the bag. So I'm not seeing anything. I just trust them, right? Like, it's a high trust society. Put everything in there. So they did it all up, and I was very appreciative. I was very happy. They were very nice, very kind. And I got the figures, and I said, are you getting more restock? And she was like, yeah, maybe we are, but I can't really say, kind of the Medicom thing. We can't really tell you. I was like, no problem. So I'll be back. And I left, and I went home, and of course, like I said, it's 114 degrees. I don't know if you guys have ever carried like 20 Mafex figures in a bag, but it gets heavy. It's 1 or 2 is not so bad. You're carrying 20 of them, and the weight adds up. So I'm walking, and I'm navigating Shibuya. Anybody who has ever been to Tokyo knows how crowded Shibuya can get. And I get to the station, get on a crowded train. Everybody's looking at me like they're judging me because I got this big bag full of toys. They can see all the toys. And I get home, and I'm really happy. Like, all right, man, I got all these figures for collectors. I'm super happy. And then I looked at one of them, and it wasn't the black one they gave me. It was the blue one. It was the old one. I was like, what the fuck? What? Because I specifically asked for the new one. And she stopped, turned around, went into the cabinet where the exclusives are, and took out the figures from there. And I was like, maybe they just brought me the wrong box. Maybe I got the exclusives, but they brought me the wrong box. No. Every figure they gave me was the blue one. Every one of them. Now, I've mentioned before, Japan, you can't return stuff. They don't allow returns. So I was like, F that, I'm going back. Now, the next day, which is yesterday, I felt even worse. I was up all night. I was sick, fever. I was like, I don't want to go in. But But if I don't go in today and I try to return it later, they're going to be maybe a little bit suspicious. Like, why didn't you come yesterday? So I went in, and again, 114 degrees. I'm carrying this big, heavy ass bag back in. And I went in, and one of the two staff, the guy was there. He was there, and he recognized me, like, oh, because I'm carrying the bag. What's going on? And I went in and I explained it to him, and I was like, you gave me the wrong figure. I didn't look and I didn't check until we got home. I got home, but you guys never showed me the figure. I just kind of trusted that that was the figure because the box is the same design, it's the same colors, which Medicom really ought to change, honestly. So he was like, yeah, cool, we can do that. We can exchange it. I was like, great. Well, how many do you have? And they looked and they had 4. So all the boxes on the left are the blue one. And the 4 on the right are the ones that I wanted, the black one. So that's why I was like, this picture is deceiving. It's not really all of the exclusives. All those ones that you see there, 16 figures, that's the blue Night Crusader. And then I was able to get 4 there. So then I left there, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back to the Medicom Toy Tokyo. I'm going to go back there, the old Project 16, because they told me they were thinking they were going to get some more stock in today. So I went in, and there was different staff there. Again, staff I know, staff that I've communicated with. It was really cool. There was some Italian guys in there. We were talking about like little bear bricks and stuff, and it was cool. It was nice. It's a nice store. If you come to Tokyo, make sure you hit up these stores. You'll be very impressed, and you'll be impressed, but you'll be depressed that you can't have these type of stores where you live, honestly. So I went in there, and I talked to the staff. This is like one of the managers. And I asked, do you have any of the figures? And they were like, yeah. So they went in and they pulled out 4, same as there, 4.
Nice.
And I said, you're getting a restock in tomorrow. Do you know how many you're going to get? And they asked, well, how many do you want? And I was like, I want 40. And they were like, no, come on. I was like, yeah, I kind of want 40 because people want the figure, right? Like, I'm just going by the numbers of people who've been reaching out to me asking for a figure. So they were like, maybe we can do like 10 or 12 or something. I was like, okay, I'll do that. So another staff left, and he came back a little bit later, and he had a box, and I confirmed every single one was a black one. And this is now that Medicom Toy Tokyo store, the old Project 16. So those are all that figure.
Nice.
So I got those. This is, again, the Medicom staff is hit or miss. Like, you're going to get some awesome people, but you're also going to get some people who are just robots. Very unfriendly people. So I got these. I left some in the store. I didn't take them all. I'm not that bad. I do sympathize with some people. And a guy reached out to me. I don't know if he's watching this. There's a guy visiting Tokyo, and he commented on the Reddit picture that I posted. He was like depressed because, you bought them all. And I private messaged him, and I'm like, no, I didn't buy them all. There's still some there. And actually, they're supposed to get more in today. So a little tip, they don't get their truck in with new stuff until like 1 or 2 o'clock. So try to go like mid to late afternoon. So after I finish this, again, I feel awful. I'm so sick, guys. I'm so sick. I feel way better today compared to yesterday. But I had them call another Medicom store, which is a 30-minute walk. And they had some. So I was like, fuck. Like, I was hoping they didn't, because I didn't want to walk all the way over there. But they did. So I had to carry, again, like 20. At this point, it was about 20. It was about 20 boxes, maybe 19. And I walked over to that store again in the heat. It was brutal. Got there, my arm is killing me. They had some figures. I picked up some figures there, talked to some people, talked to different staff. And again, they're optimistic that they're going to get some more in. So I'm filling people's orders now. I don't have a total tally because I've been grabbing stuff and I've been sick, so I haven't really had time to sit down and look at things. But I'm going to count up everything I've got now, look at the list of people who've contacted me, go in order. Order of priority is based on when you contacted me or when you sent money for me to pick these up for you. And I'll start boxing them up today. And then tomorrow is Wednesday, I'll start getting them out. So today I'm going to box them up. I'll reach out to people who've I've covered you. I've picked up your figure. I'll reach out to people. Make sure that you give me your mailing address. I recommend everybody using EMS to ship these out so they get out of the country ASAP. The issue with the tariffs, from what I understand, is not when it enters the United States, it's when it leaves the port or the or the origin country. So when it leaves Japan, if it leaves before the cutoff, you're okay. But if it leaves after, then you have issues. So I'm recommending everybody who has gotten one, pay the extra couple bucks, get EMS, get it out fast. A regular parcel, they're not prioritizing. EMS, they do. Get it out of here so you're not stuck with that bill. People who I haven't gotten the figure yet because of the tariff, I'll hold on to your figure. I'll pick it up for you. I'll hold on to it. And I'm going back to the States in November. I can bring the figures with me in my suitcase if you want me to bring them back, so you don't have to risk this $80, $85 tariff. So I'll reach out to people. More figures are coming according to the people that I spoke with. More figures are coming. But if they come after this tariff becomes a thing, you're risking a very, very high tax on these things. I can hold them for you. That's okay. That's not a problem. I can hold them until, this stuff kind of, blows over. Or I can bring them with me and then I can ship them to you when I get to America. That's okay too. I'm just trying to help people out. So I'll be there in November. I'll be there mid-November. I could bring the figures with me if that's what people want, if that's what people prefer. I know that this figure is still really hard to find. But anyway, that's the deal on that. So there's still some Spider-Man figures that I have to get. But most of the Spider-Mans I've gotten. And then again, the Batmans, I've gotten probably 3/4 of everybody's Batman. So just maybe the last group of people that reached out to me, I haven't been able to get your Batman yet. So, I've been going sick. I've been trying to get your figures. I could have died going out there trying to get them for you. Just be a little bit patient and I'll get them. And I'm doing my best. So Hustle says, what's the new tariff charge after the 28th? The 28th, the date is the 29th, from what I understand, but that's Japan. That's Japan time. So if I get it out on the 28th, Japan time, you're good. So whatever I don't send out, whatever I don't get to the post office by Thursday morning, I'm probably going to hold it for people and just find another avenue to get these things to you. So, But what I understand is it's going to be like $80 for anything. Am I right? Am I wrong, Jason?
From what I understand, and they've made it complicated. And to be honest, I'm gonna wait and see what happens because I have a feeling it all might shake out differently anyway. But my basic understanding is that if there's no trade agreement in place, you can be charged a flat rate of $80 per item, not per package, per item.
Yeah,
I get a big package of items, 4 or 5 figures. That's a lot of money to pay $80 per item. I believe, like Japan, I think the tariff rate right now is 15%. So that's what you would pay. But I will believe that when it happens. So I am curious to see what goes on in the next week or so. But that's the way it's supposed to be. I don't think they've come to an agreement with China. So that could easily be $80 a figure. And that's the flat rate. They can still decide, I believe, to charge more depending on the value of what you've got. So if you've got a bunch of hot toys coming in at the same time, it's a lot.
So KJ says, just make it a gift under $100. It's free. I don't think it works that way.
No, and they may do inspections too. Hopefully not.
Yeah,
but
you're risking a lot.
Yeah.
Trying to do that. Like the government, they're not dummies. You know what I mean? Like they smell that money. It's like a shark with blood in the water.
Yeah.
They want to start collecting all these fees. So I would definitely not try to do that thinking that you're going to get away with it. It could bring a very, very expensive bill to you. So I do not recommend that.
I've only seen 1 or 2 sites that have offered to devalue their shipment, and I wouldn't even mention their names. I'm just going to avoid them because that's just begging for disaster.
Yeah. So Nin sent him this. In addition, there are strong indications that Japan Post may suspend shipments to the U.S. as early as Wednesday, August 27th, 2025.
Yeah, I've seen that a few places. They very well might do what kind of like what Genki does with just a permanent warehouse. A lot of the places will keep it for a few months or whatever, until your pile gets too big. But I think they're going to try and help out and stockpile stuff for people. But that assumes that this ends sometime soon. Could go for years. There's no way to tell, really.
Yeah, there's no way to tell. There's no way at all. I'll try to start getting some stuff out today. I'm just gonna need people to, if you're watching this, send me your address in the same way that you contacted me about picking up figures for you. Send me your address. In doing so, I'll send it out. If you've got one figure, just send me $20 to cover shipping. If shipping's more, I'll let you know. But just let's get it out. Let's get it over the water. Let's get it out of the country. We'll just do $20 if it's less for EMS, which I don't think it is. I think EMS is more.
It's usually more expensive for us.
Yeah. I can look into it.
It depends on the company. I've seen it both ways. Sometimes EMS is better and sometimes not. But
yeah. We'll try to work through it. If they're suspending stuff on Wednesday, like I hope to get everything out by Wednesday afternoon, like lunchtime. That was what I was hoping. Thursday is kind of the last day, but I was hoping to get everything out by then. Whatever I don't get out, again, guys, I can't return a figure after I bought it just because I choose not to have the figure. When I went to the store, it was very clear because the guy was there and he knows what I was talking about the other day. They got me the wrong figure. So that situation yesterday was kind of a unicorn. I won't be able to bring figures back. So your figure is safe. I've got it. I'm holding it. You know who I am. I'm not gonna sell it off. I'll hold it here. It's a pain in the ass having all these boxes here. I'm gonna tell you that. But I'm holding on to them, and your stuff is safe. If you want to be safe and just say, you know what, man, can you just hold on to them for me until this blows over, or by a certain date, or maybe I can bring them over with me when I go to in November. Now I am going in November. There's a lot of figures. Everybody can't say no, bring them over in November. I don't have that much suitcase space. Okay. Unless people want to pay and chip in for me to like bring another suitcase to fit all these boxes. But that's going to be hard because I'm boxing everything up, and whatever I can't get out, it's still in a box. So the Bloody Homelanders, I've gotten everybody's Bloody Homelander. Whoever asked for a Bloody Homelander, I got it.
Nice.
Just make sure that you have sent me your address. And like I said, I'm going to start collecting stuff today. I'm going to start going through what I've got, how many I've got of different things. But the Homelander, gotten all of them. The Spider-Man, I've gotten almost all of them. And the Batman, I'm about 3/4, I think, without like actually having a hard number. I think I've fulfilled about 3/4 of everybody who's asked me to pick one up for them. So I have to go get more boxes today. I have to start, putting the figures in, padding it the best I can, and start getting them out. Hopefully I can get some stuff out today. Hopefully I'll get most of the stuff out tomorrow morning. But it's going to be a busy couple of days for me. So if you're nervous about that $80, you want me to just hold on to it for a bit, let me know. And I'm all right with that. That's okay. Don't worry about it. So in other news, I did ask about the releases, and it seems like we're done with releases for the month. There's no Andrew this month. I asked 3 people. One person said maybe the 30th, which is what I kind of have been communicating. But 2 other people said, no, it's looking more like September or later. And actually, when I was in there yesterday talking, I was led to believe that the next 2 figures, in all likelihood being released, are going to be the Joker, that Nightmare Joker, and the Tom Holland upgraded suit, if that's the name, the upgraded one, or the integrated suit. The Tom Holland Spider-Man integrated. I was led to believe that those 2 might be the next 2 that actually release.
Not Andrew?
Not Andrew. So
okay.
It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed, but that's kind of what I was led to believe, that those 2 are probably going to be the next 2. We'll see. We'll see. Not Rogue, not Jubilee, not Andrew. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's crazy.
It's like they go, I know what they really want. Let's just give them these then. I'm not upset with those other ones, but those aren't the ones I'm itching for.
Let's just keep blue balling everybody.
Right?
All right. Let's go back and let's say hi to people who are here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Scott, thanks for coming, man. Appreciate it. Mr. Grit, where's your Rogue? Where's your Jubilee? I think we just kind of answered that.
Seriously.
Yeah. Pizza Builder. Sorry, man. Sorry. Stu, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Stu.
Mark. Bones, hello, man. Good to see you here. The Red Hood. Let's see that Spider-Man. So I'll get into that in a moment. Sneaky is in the in the chat. He's not feeling well, so he's just hanging there. Hulk Smash Toys, let's go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we've already heard from Hustle, but what's going on, brother? The G150 host, feels great to be back. Absolutely. Billy Ocean is here. What's going on, man?
Hey,
Billy Ocean's been accruing a huge stockpile of figures over here. Skidmox, greetings, man. Greetings. The Watcher is here. What's going on, brother? Let's keep going through. Sith Fire 30, what's going on, man? Glad you're here. Trent, with Japan post-suspending shipping to the U.S., I guess this is for Wednesday, Robert will have to start hand-delivering people's orders.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if people want to pull your money together to buy me an airplane ticket to come over early, I'll do it. I'll do it for you guys. I'll do it. It would actually be cheaper than that $80 fee, man. Absolutely. KJ once again ghosting us. Thanks, KJ, for ghosting us. Appreciate it. Ex Gwynver. How do I say this? What do you think, Jason?
Ex Gwynver.
Gwynevred?
Like
Gwynevred?
Gwynvered.
Gwynver. I don't know. Hello. Thank you for being here, man. Let me know how to pronounce that. Vicious Soldier. What's going on? Happy non-Monday, people. Yeah, happy Tuesday. I hope you're feeling better. Thank you, man. I'm feeling a lot better. So here's another story. I've had a lot of phlegm in my throat, obviously, from being sick. And Japanese medicine is notoriously weak. And I went to the pharmacy with my wife, and I can't read kanji. So she was helping me find like something to, break it up and help get it out. And we got something, and the pharmacist says, drink a lot of water with it. So I took it last night. I took some. There's a pill. And I was drinking a lot of liquids with it. And then my wife says, take it before you go to bed. I was like, you know what? Like, I just started this. I don't really want to take something. It says I have to drink a lot of water. I don't really want to take it before I go to bed. I don't know how I'll react. Like, I just started taking it. I only took one. My wife can be scary if you don't listen to her when it comes to like medicine and stuff. And I didn't want to spend all of today with her angry at me and blaming me. If I woke up still sick, she'd say, see, you didn't take the medicine, so you're still sick.
Nothing beats that I told you so, right?
Yeah, right. Even though like the chances that I would go from being sick yesterday to being perfectly fine today are like 0. Right. So so I ended up taking the medicine last night before I went to bed, and I woke up and I was totally dehydrated, because you're supposed to drink a lot of liquids because it dehydrates you. I woke up, I was dry. I felt off. I felt like the Sandman. And I told my wife, I told you. And she's like, well, it's okay. It's like, no, like if you wake up dehydrated, that can be dangerous. So she wanted me to take another one in the morning. I was like, I'm not taking another one until I hydrate myself. Like, let's not get carried away here. So I took that medicine. It's helping break that up, which is helping me to speak, which is good. But it hasn't been easy. Sith 530 got his Scarlet Spider, but late each time with the Batman.
That's the one that goes first.
Yep. Erratic, what's going on? Keep going through. Is there any way I can get a Black Nightfall off you? If you're willing to sell, things aren't looking great for me. I haven't fulfilled the orders of people who've already asked me, man. You can get on the list. And as they come in, I can pick one up. But I can't bump anybody off the list until I fulfilled those orders. So if you want it, man, send me a message. Don't rely on me remembering this interaction right here, right now. Send me a message on, in the Facebook group, on Reddit, on Instagram, whatever one is easier. And just say that you want in on it. And if I can pick one up, I will. I'll definitely pick one up. Any news in the moment if Tamashii is going to release a Capcom line to go along with the Gamerverse? I'm going to start talking about the SH Figuarts stuff as soon as we finish going through. They are announcing that Spider-Man in 22 minutes from now. It's going to be announced at 10 o'clock. You heard it here first. So that's pretty cool. I'll talk about what I know about that line and some other stuff then. So at 10 o'clock, we'll definitely be watching. I'll pull up the Tamashii page. And then we'll just keep refreshing until it actually appears. And then we can all talk about the figure. Because I haven't seen the figure. I haven't seen the Spider-Man at all. I don't know what it looks like. I just heard that it's going to be Spider-Man. So we can talk about what I've heard and what I know and communicate thereafter. Mr. Mom is here. Good morning. Good evening, Mr. Mom. Yeah, man, I hear you. I hear you. Just send me a message. Just send me a message. Just send me a message. Do they know that I am not a reseller? Yeah, they know. And one person asked, she's like, you know, what are you going to do with all these? Are you going to flip them? I says, no, these are for my friends. She's like, your friends? I was like, yeah, I got a lot of friends. I'm a very popular person. She started laughing. Because they know me. They know who I am. I never come in and buy like multiples of stuff. They know that. Even like the hard to get figures, I never buy multiples. But the fact I'm picking all of these up, you know, they're for people. They're for people I know. So they trust me. I definitely got some good cardio in, man. I was sweating like a pig. I was so wet. But then, you know, when your body gets tired, your coughing becomes stronger. So I was really feeling bad on the train, trying to not, you know, cough towards people or anything like that. So it was hard. Really want one of those Batmans. Again, like reach out to me. I'll get people figures as they come in. As they become available, I will absolutely grab stuff for people. I'm going out in this heat with COVID, getting stuff for people. Like, I'll do it. Just, you know, let me know that you want it, and I'll put you on the list. You're going to be at the bottom at this point, of course, but I'll try to get stuff for people.
You are a trooper, man, to do this for everybody. It's
you know,
very cool.
You know, I love people. It's actually wild. I didn't realize the blue and black had the same boxes. I knew they had the same boxes. I knew it.
I remember when they first posted them, and I was like, why wouldn't they put anything different on that box?
That's a pain in the ass. The fact that they didn't change it at all. Now, the only thing, like the sides of the boxes are different.
Yeah. Was the
But when you open the box, this is all you see. Like, that's no way of telling. And when they opened it, that's all I saw. And then they just took the box, they put it down, and they started filling it. You know, easy mistake. I mean, I wasn't angry at all. It was just like, shit, you know, now I got to go all the way back in. But going all the way back in, I ended up getting more figures than I had originally. Like, I wouldn't have gone in yesterday at all because I was told that the Project 16 store, Medicom Toy Tokyo, they're getting more stuff in today. So I would have gone in today, if at all. Blue one for free. Well, again, 16 to 4 swap out in that store, but then I got 15 in the next store and 8 in the next store. So it accumulates. I wouldn't have gone out at all. What's going on, Omar, man? Family's doing well. Much better than I am anyway. Well, see, this is the thing. This is the thing, Pletho, I guess that's how I'm pronouncing it. The Star Wars ones, hold on, Jason. They're right there. Those were super easy to get once they went into stores. Super easy. So what's the difference? Like, did they make less of these? That's what we heard from the beginning, that these were less in quantity than the Star Wars ones. Is that a factor? It might be. Do you think that they're playing like a FOMO game with us? That's possible. They're trickling things out because retailers are still getting stuff in. Like, retailers are putting more stuff up. It wasn't like a, here we go, here's everything. No, it's trickling out. So I did mention that the Project 1/6 store, Medicom Toy Tokyo, is getting or supposedly getting more in today. I don't know. I mean, it seems like these are going to be available, not to the degree of the Star Wars, but they are going to be available, at least if you live here. If you live in Japan, or at least you live in Tokyo, I think getting these is not going to be as difficult as some people might believe. It's not easy to get them, because I went to Akihabara the day they released in the stores, and they were all gone. That day, they were gone. All the stores sold out. Not one store I went to had it. So the only place I've seen them on the official day they released is the Medicom store. I went the day before they released in Akihabara, and I could pick up some at different stores. But that's only because I was there when they put them out on the shelf. And they put a couple out on the shelf. Ami doesn't put stuff out on the shelf as early as other stores. So Ami I had to totally bypass. But they all sold out within a day in those retailers. Epic is here. What's going on, man? Richard E is here. What's going on? You got a Bane. Good. That Bane is an awesome figure. I'm actually considering picking up another one. Exclusive. Yeah, like, again, we talked about it before. I don't think they understand what this word means. I really don't. It can't be an exclusive if it's available everywhere. It might be in limited quantities, but that doesn't mean exclusive. It's ridiculous. How's the Bloody Homelander looking? Like I said, I was able to pick those up. I got them for everybody. If you have an extra Batman, been on the lookout. Hard to get. I can throw you on the list, man. Absolutely, I can put you on that list. Again, just reach out to me, Mr. Mom, because I might forget the conversation when we finished. So wow, 28th. All right, I'm gonna have to start getting stuff out. What's today? The 27th?
25th for us. 26th
all right.
for you.
All right. So the 28th is Thursday. All right. So probably at the end of the day on Thursday, I would say they're gonna stop. So I'll get stuff out today, and I'll get stuff out tomorrow. Just send me your addresses. I'm going to reach out to everybody. Send me your address, and I'm going to reach out to everybody. Send me so many dollars, and I'll get it out to you, and I'll just refund you whatever I didn't use.
Have they actually verified Japan Post is going to stop shipping? Because I've heard it both ways a couple of places.
I don't know. I can ask them today. I can go in and ask.
Yeah. I've heard for sure, and maybe not. So be curious to know.
Kaiju is such a nice guy. I'm the nicest guy.
He is.
Happy for everybody getting it. How's the stock situation on the Scarlet Spider? The Scarlet Spider, the stock is not big, but there's more Scarlet Spiders than there are Batmans.
Easy. You can still get
a week ago in the Medicom stores, that was not the case. There were not Scarlet Spiders, but there were Batmans. So it's a weird situation. It's very weird. Skid marks. Thank you. Thank you. That dude is passing everything. But away, man. I'm tired, boss. Vicious Soldier. Maybe you should jump on this rare figure. Maybe. He's a really nice figure. He's a really good figure. Great colors.
Yeah.
Bones. Glad I don't live in America. Honestly, man, I could not collect these things if I lived in America. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it.
It is a lot of work to keep up, and it gets expensive in a hurry, especially for the shipping.
So Guinevere, been sitting on whether to get the Spider since it's still up on the usual sites. I don't know if it'll be cheaper on those or if shipping will nuke my wallet. I think if you're gonna get it now.
Yeah.
Right now. Get it. And I think it's a really good figure. It's better than the first release. It has better ab crunch than the Figuarts one will. So it probably means it might be better for posing. I like the look of the Figuarts one more, but the Mafex one's probably better for articulation. But it's a really good figure. If you can get it and you're on the fence, just get it, because once that tariff goes into place, you ain't getting it. So.
Or find yourself a place that'll let you warehouse it, bundle shipments together for long enough, and you can try to wait it out, but there's really no guarantee on how long that might be.
Yeah. So KJ says, how does he get to the top of the list? You know the way. You know how to do it. Yeah, $80 charge. I don't know what BBTS is gonna do. Like they're like excluding the tariff. Like, what are they gonna do? Because people are gonna cancel. They're gonna go out of business.
Yeah, as long as there's no NRD, their prices are higher to begin with by a bunch. And now I'm starting to see them really get up there where it's just silly. Plus they're higher and they go also may not include any tariff charges. So they're talking about dumping more on top. It's just going to mean no sales for them. You have to be crazy to get a few of them. I think they had the Mafex Venom for like $179 or something like that. It was
really. Is that high?
Wow. It was. I'm sorry. No, it's 109. Oh no, I'm looking at Genki. Let me look. Now I'm curious. But it was very, very high.
Yeah. Limoncello, I can ship that out today.
Oh, so I was right. $180 for Mafex Venom.
That's crazy. Yeah. Limoncello, I can get that out today, and that'll leave the country in time. So I'll package that up and I'll send that out. So you'll get that. Certain stuff I can send out now because I already know who it's going to and everything else. So the other stuff I have to do inventory. I have to kind of figure out how many I have and check everything off. But only one person got the flash in his limoncello, so that's easy.
That's a good figure.
JP retailers got to hold everything until U.S. customers can come in person. It might be cheaper. I mean, if you're getting a bunch of stuff, it absolutely is. $80 a pop? It's insane. Insane. Good, man. Just, make sure I know it. Yeah, message me the info. What's up, Jordan? This is just talking about Japan. Yep. De minimis ended for China and Hong Kong for a while now. Yep. And we have been tariffs with shipping couriers. You're still getting tariffed with all those couriers for China and Hong Kong?
Is Jordan US?
I don't know. So Jordan's in America.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Kaiju's private warehouse. Yeah. Wait till you get my rental fee.
Because you've got so much room.
Yeah. Infernal Tobias, do you think we can have a little hint of who is the third character in the Gamerverse? I can give you a hint in a minute. Gone Till November Kaiju. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's the problem, is there's so many sources saying slightly different things that until it hits one of us, it's really hard to tell, which makes me really, really nervous about the amount of stuff I have coming.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're watching on Instagram, I would encourage you to come into the YouTube. Just type in Kaiju Daddy and find the live stream. I have to kind of turn my head and look at the Instagram to see. People are messaging me on Instagram, but I'm kind of focused on the YouTube. So if you have a question, please try to come in and over here. It's way easier for me to respond. Am I at the back of the list because you won the waffle? Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, you're not. You're where you are. If you're cool about it and you're willing to go to the back of the line, that's different. But when you sent me the money, or when you contacted me and sent me the money, you're locked in. You're locked into that position. And I have it numbered. Like if you in it, it's not, you're locked in for the figures that you want. It's kind of hard to explain, but you're locked in. You're locked in. No Andrew in September is crazy. Maybe. I was just led to believe that there's a strong possibility that the Holland and the Joker might be, or probably are going to be the next two. No Nightcrawler.
Maybe if we're vocal enough about the figures we're not as excited, they'll just send us the ones we're pretending not to be excited about.
Yeah.
New Mafex strategy.
Well, I don't know. We got the Punisher.
We did.
I mean, in terms of releases, maybe.
Releases is what I was meaning.
Yeah. What's going on, Legs? E to the Z, what's going on? Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Tori, welcome. You have your Max Spidey, all good. No, now excuse me while I bend over for a bow for Daddy Hasbro. Thank you, Omar. Everybody appreciates it. William Wallace, what will happen with our pre-orders, especially with those already paid for?
Do you mean
I don't know. I don't know what their plan is. I mean, the companies are going to have to do a warehouse.
Yeah.
Like Jason was saying, they're going to have to.
Yeah, I've seen a few. I think Nin was one, and I know Genki already does it, but I think there was a third one that was saying that we'll hold your stuff if you just let us know.
Yeah. So happy I found a great channel group to find out about info about Mafex. Feel better, thank you. And would a Facebook PM work for our address? For DM, yeah. If you've already reached out to me about picking up a figure for you, and I have, you've paid, send me the same channel. Like if you send it through Facebook, send it again through Facebook. If it was through Instagram, do it through Instagram. If it was through Reddit, do it through Reddit. Just so I can keep everything linear, like I can see everything and kind of go back, so I'm not jumping back from different methods or different platforms to see what people said or I said with people. Now, if you want to figure and you haven't paid, you're not on the list, just shoot me a message and I'll put you at the back of the list whenever I get your message. Again, I can't check anything right now because I'm doing the live stream. So, yeah. So, again, if you're on Instagram, I am looking at Instagram, but I'm mostly focused on the YouTube, so that'll be where my attention is. Now, let me just give me a second here, guys. You can entertain people, Jason, if you want.
Like a little dance or something.
Yeah. Oh, so we're getting, dude. So Al just posted 8 minutes ago that we're getting the reissue of the Captain America. I was just last night before I went to bed thinking, when the hell are we gonna get a restock, a reissue of this Captain America?
The Mafex cap?
The Mafex, the comic Captain America. So that's coming out. Good, because I wanted another one of those. So that's breaking news, I suppose.
Nice.
That's great. Yeah. So
it's a great figure. I think a lot of people passed a bid on that, kind of like Daredevil, where they figured they'd grab it later and then it's sold.
He got lost in the hype of the Daredevil stuff.
Yeah.
He definitely got lost in that hype. That was the best figure of the year from Mafex for me when that came out.
I think a lot of people are wondering too with the tariffs and the de minimis stuff is what happens if all that stuff shows up at your door, they give you a crazy bill and you reject it. I guess it all goes back, but I don't know how that works with the companies or any of that stuff.
Yeah. I don't know how it works. So we're just going to pause the chat for a moment. So give me a second. We're 2 minutes away. We're 2 minutes away from 10 o'clock here in Japan, and that's when I was told that the updated Spider-Man will be, well, that Gamerverse Spider-Man will be revealed. So at 10 o'clock, we'll refresh this page. Right now, we have some of the stuff that I told you was happening. I told you it was going to be September release. I told you. And these figures were all delayed. If you're late to the party, we're still talking Mafex, but we're just going to pause for now. If you're late to the party, these Figuarts figures, there was an issue with the factories and with who they were subcontracting the Jedi cloaks to. Those subcontracted factories were not vetted by Disney, and so Disney put the big reject button on those figures being released until they could be made in a vetted factory. So that's why these figures were delayed.
Yeah, Disney does not play around with that stuff. I'm very happy not to have to wait till December for Yoda, though.
All right, so it's 10 o'clock. We'll keep refreshing. A lot of Western companies, there's this misconception that Western companies use slave labor. There it is.
Ooh. Ooh.
There it is. Boom, that looks good. Yeah. That looks good.
And like you always say, they don't put them in poses, they won't show poses they can't do. That's a hell of a good way to start.
Wow. That looks good. You heard it from me.
Oh, the colors are spot on too.
So good. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Dude. Yeah. Sold.
Nice. Oh my God. Look at that. Dude.
Ooh. They really get him to stand like that? Wow.
No stand.
That's no stand, man. Wow. Sold.
This looks great.
Take my money. Jeez.
This looks great. All right. Let me quickly go through the chat. We'll start talking about the Figuarts stuff.
Psylocke would be great.
Yeah. All right. Let me just write down the time. We can come back. We can come back. But let's start talking about this. Let me see. All right. Yeah, this looks good. This looks real good. 99.99999. Come on. That looks awesome. This figure looks awesome. Look at that.
Dude. Yeah.
Looking good. Looking good. Oh, man.
Have they got, yeah. They painted the elbow joints right on the backside and left it blue on the front.
Look at the fingers, man. Look at the finger articulation. Looks awesome.
Spidey's
got that song going on, but you know, that's all right. But you can see where the articulation comes in right there. It's got that hidden diaper kind of engineering. This might be a little bit concerning. This gap.
Is it? Yeah.
That's a gap. That looks great. That looks great.
Oh, look, his feet pressed. Oh, wow. His feet are pressed sole to sole.
Yes. Yes.
Man, this can be so posable.
So this one right here, man, this is the shot. That looks awesome.
No stands and standing like that with all of his weight forward. Wow.
Oh, I like this. I'm probably have to get a couple of these. The colors are awesome. The sculpt looks great. Oh, man. Look at that. If he can hold that pose, man. So when does it go up for pre-order? Good question. We didn't even check. Pre-orders starting August 28th. Release March 2026. And I'm guessing that the price will be about 9,900 yen. So 70-ish. Right. $70-ish dollars. Anything else that they put up? Let's check. Well, that's the main one. Yeah. That looks so good. Only nitpick, wish he came with a stand and a camera hanging from the web for the victory pose.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know about a stand.
He might
come with a stand. It's possible.
Yeah, they haven't really shown out the accessories, hands or head or anything.
Yeah. This figure has die cast? I don't think so.
What's that?
Stupid Sandwich was saying, I take it this figure has die cast.
Where?
No, I don't think so.
I don't see anything.
Camera would have been perfect. Yeah.
Still might be there.
You never know. You never know. Sashimi roll, what's going on? This looks great.
Yeah, I want that now.
Yeah. Oh, man, that looks so good. That looks so good. I wonder how that attaches. Is it going to be grooves? Is it going to be like something you hold? Like, what's it going to be? I'll have to find out. Yeah, I need a couple of these. These look awesome. Looks really good.
Everything's right. Colors right. Logos are right. The spiders are right front and back. Yeah, I got to have that.
Yeah. They cooked. They cooked. Looks so nice. But finally, one of the Japanese companies is giving us that spider sense.
Yamaguchi did.
Did they? They did, didn't they? That's
on
right.
the Spidey, the 2.0. 2.0
right.
or 1.5. I can't remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and the Mezco one. They did too, but not Japanese.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this looks good. He's stocky, as was mentioned, but man, if he doesn't look awesome.
He's got those Gong Studio thighs.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into this. It probably ports into strings. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like some of those grooves. Vicious Soldier, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Telling my wife about this. So Epic Purple, Epic. All in on another line. Did you not order that Cyclops? I don't know, man. That Cyclops looked pretty awesome too.
Yes.
All right. Now let me say this. Everybody who's watching this, like that post on their Facebook page. Like it, react to it, comment on it. Trust me, you are helping the line by doing that. This is how they kind of gauge popularity and where people are at in terms of the figures. How they're going to move forward. This is what they want to see. They want to see people engaging. They want to see comments. They want to see shares. So this is for all their social media. Instagram. I don't know if they're on TikTok. I don't use TikTok. Twitter, X. This engage with them. Let them know that this is something that you are really excited about. Because as I said, the Cyclops figure, they were overwhelmed with the amount of positive feedback on that. The biggest reaction of anything they've ever put out on their social media ever was that Cyclops figure. And this one was supposed to come out next year. Not come out, but announced next year. They pushed it forward because the response to the Cyclops was so great. They were like, all right, we're not going to wait on this shit. Let's start pumping these out. So this figure, with all these figures, Star Wars, Dragon Ball, Naruto, all of them, you have to engage when it comes to Tamashii Nations. They look at that. And I'll say this, they don't really care. I've said it before. They don't really care about the foreign market. If you have a VPN on your computer, turn it on, get yourself in Japan, select a Japanese host, and comment then. Because that will make them think that the reaction is from Japan. They really, really, really care about this stuff. And this is why we're getting these figures at all. So definitely do that. If you have a VPN, turn it on, find a Japanese location, and then engage. It doesn't matter if you're typing any kind of response in English. That doesn't matter. You could be a foreigner living in Japan. But it's the Japanese market. It's the domestic market that they care about. That's their bread and butter. That's what they care about only for whatever reason. So if you want more of this stuff, make sure you do it that way because they love that. That's the main thing. Now, who wants some little bit of whispers and rumors?
Hit me.
I know what the third figure is. I haven't told anybody. I told people about the Spider-Man. I told Jason about the Spider-Man when I found out about it. I haven't told anybody about the third figure. I can't. But it is Marvel. It's not Capcom. This is a scoop. As of right now, there are no Capcom figures in the pipeline.
Really?
Gamerverse is Marvel owned. Marvel owns that trademark. Now, that doesn't mean that they're not going to make Capcom figures moving forward, because I kind of asked about that. It's a possibility. But as of right now, their focus is on the Marvel figures, because the Gamerverse line is a Marvel line. Focused on those. Now, luckily, we have Jada, we have Storm, and to a degree, we have Figuarts putting out Street Fighter figures. We have Capcom figures. So you can create stuff, but you're not, as of right now, you're not going to get anything anytime soon. Doesn't mean you're never going to get anything, but you're not going to get anything anytime soon for this to be compatible. You might get the game design later on a figure, like a can or whatever. But as of right now, there's really no plan for it. The third figure is a Marvel figure, and expect that one by year's end. So the Cyclops was 2 months ago. I believe it was June. Expect the next one probably in 2 months. That's all I can say right now. But let's keep going. Definitive Spidey figure. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, look at that. Look at that.
Perfect. Wow.
So good.
That's the one for me, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so good. Unbelievable. Looks so good. I haven't liked this post. Did anyone share it in the group?
Oh, I don't know.
I will, and if anybody else did, I'll erase it. I'll delete it. Okay. Yeah, don't tell my wife, please. Could you imagine this figure in the Ben Reilly sensational costume? Wow, that'd be pretty good. There are 1/12 cameras I think you can find. I know that I've seen some gachapon toys that are kind of 1/12.
Or someone's parting out the Mezco Spidey. He's got a camera.
Yep. It might be a little bit too big for this one though. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're right. It was an exclusive.
Yeah. Thanks for the advice. Got the spider off of Genki and just put it in the warehouse. Okay. Good move. Going to take you for a ride. Yeah, like the post and comment how much you like that figure, man. This is what they want. I'm telling you. I know. I'm telling you. Engage with Tamashii Nations when they put this stuff out. Engage with them. Don't just look at it and be like, that's cool. Like it. Comment. Wow. Comment. Thumbs up. Whatever. Because that gives them the data that this is a very popular figure. And then they'll say, okay, the line is popular. The Cyclops is very popular. The Spider-Man is very popular. Let's keep churning these out.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, they're not going to. I'm telling you.
Your enthusiasm will get you more of what you want.
Exactly. Very well put.
I try.
The colors pop. They absolutely do.
Yeah. I'm looking at the Mafex on my shelf, and this nailed the color scheme. I think it's better.
So we're getting all the guesses for the next figure.
There are a bunch of choices.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they don't want to pay Capcom. Why would you want to pay Capcom for doing absolutely nothing?
Damn.
Nothing. Like there's nothing there. There's nothing they need to be paid.
I'll throw my hat in and say a Hulk would be a good choice for them to go with next. People would lose it for a Hulk.
They would. They would.
I would.
So I mean, hopefully I can reveal it maybe next month. I don't know. We'll see. I'll talk to my mole, to my my source, and kind of figure things out. How tall is he? I think he's the same or maybe a speck less than that Cyclops. Spider-Man is, I mean, canon is shorter than Cyclops, but in figure form, he's going to scale. Let's just say he's going to scale. So he's either going to be proportionate to Cyclops, you know, how it is in the comics or the game, or he's just going to be the same height. But he's not going to run on the short end, you know, like we thought Cyclops was. Like, he'll scale with everything. Is the third Marvel figure going to blow our minds? I mean, I don't think so. I mean, he's a character everybody kind of knows and expects would come out in the line. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very small window of figures that you could make from the game, right? It's not like the comics where you have 50,000 characters. There's only so many characters that you can reproduce from the game. But I mean, you know, I'm really looking forward. Like, the way they did the Cyclops was cool. They killed this Spider-Man.
Yeah.
This might be the definitive Spider-Man right here for me. I mean, you got to get it in hand, but man, does it look good. Looks insane. If they can do that with the other figure that I know about, man, it's gonna be good times. So this is Gamerverse line from Bandai, is essentially the Japanese market equivalent to the Marvel Legends figures we are getting here in the States, since Hasbro. Well, Hasbro has license for other territories. Bandai has, at least for this, they only have the Japanese market. Like, that's their only license. I think they might have the license for Hong Kong. They might. But I think as far as I know, it's just Japan. So when retailers in Japan export it out, that has nothing to do with Bandai. You know, Bandai would rather get that money and control how things are marketed outside the country, rather than having, you know, Hobby Genki or Amazon taking orders and then sending them out. They would much rather do it themselves, but because they don't have the license to sell these overseas outside Japan, their hands are tied. So, you know, they only really care about the market that they pay for, is essentially, you know, the truth. I mean, it's great that these things are popular outside Japan, but they're paying the money based on the domestic market, not how well these are selling in the UK or in India or whatever, you know. Can I tease the color? No, I cannot. But the fact that we were only going to get one of these this year, and now we're getting 3 is awesome news, because that speaks volumes for the future of the line next year, right? If the response is the same. And I'll get into Star Wars in a minute. But the fact that these things are kind of taking on a new life is awesome news for us as collectives. Another prediction that happens from Kaiju Daddy. Yes, sir. Remember, you heard it here first. Some people be taking my news and running with it. Come on.
Got to give credit, man.
What can I say? Like I said, it's a Marvel character. Don't expect anything from the Capcom side anytime soon, if at all. It might happen, but not anytime soon. Just say that way. Hold on a second. I'm messaging my mole. Yeah, just great stuff. Does it belong to a team? Team Marvel.
Even if you answered, that still leaves it pretty broad. Almost everyone in that game, I think, except a couple, were part of a team at least at some point.
Yeah. Talib likes the thong, as do I. Very pretty. Thank God this Spidey's design is actually inspired by the in-game sprite sheet. Am I pronouncing that right? Designs instead of the artwork, which is a huge plus. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Fast Turk. Is it Iron Man? I'm not going to tell you.
I love the notion that if someone guesses right, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, sure." No.
Well, let me say, there's been a lot of guesses. Someone's gotten it. I mean, process of elimination, somebody's gotten it. Praying to the Kaiju for his Sabretooth comic Black Panther and Widow to happen. Yeah, I hope those happen. That would be for the Mafex ones. Yeah. Give us a clue. I gave you a clue. It's a Marvel figure. Looks great. I agree.
Yeah,
looks really great. Looks super great. Oh man. Let me hold on a second. I want to make a little bit of room here. Renus Kurt, can you give us a clue about the next figure? Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's as of today, that's all I can say. The main thing, though, that I can tell you that is more important than knowing the next figure is how to keep getting these figures.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, like, I have that. I have the ability to talk to people who know or who could know. And what they're saying is that engagement is everything. Engagement is key. You have to engage with these, with all of these, with the Star Wars ones. Even if you don't like the figure, if you still want more figures coming out, right? Like, let's talk about, let's just do a pause on this. Okay, we can come back to this in a minute. We can come back. All right, Star Wars. Okay. I like this Mace Windu. Now, I told you, I think I told you in July that Mace Windu would be the next figure. And I told you the holdup on the Star Wars line was because of that factory issue.
Yeah.
And they needed to catch up before they started announcing new stuff. And they've caught up because, again, I told you in July that those figures would be coming out in September. The Yoda, originally they said maybe December. The Obi-Wan It was just radio silence. Nobody heard anything. And then the young Obi-Wan as well. But they're all coming out in September. Because, again, there was a factory issue on who made the cloak. And the factory that made the cloak wasn't vetted by Disney. They were subcontracted by the factory that had been vetted by Disney. And by subcontracting it out, it screwed everything up for Disney. So they had to put, they had to do a timeout and say, all right, we have to fix this. And so everything got held up. Everything got put on the back burner. You might not like this face. I don't mind it. I think it's good. It's a little bit goofy on the mouth, but I think the eyes they nailed the eyes, I think. You can't say that Samuel L. Jackson doesn't make that kind of face. He does make that kind of face. Maybe not as Mace Windu, but he does make that kind of face. And he does have that goofy smile. Let's be honest. You might not like the face, so you might not be all in on the figure. But your engagement is key to having the line grow in a positive direction. Engage with them. I like this. Click the like button, click the love button. Make a comment. Share it. Even if you share it and then delete it right after, it's still shared. You know what I mean? And this is how they get their data to show which brands are strong and which brands are not strong. You want them to look at Star Wars as strong. You want them to look at the Marvel stuff as strong. So they keep allocating resources, meaning like factory time, slots in the factory, the release schedule, research and development, creating the sculpts, creating the new figures. You want them to allocate that time, that energy, that money for the line moving forward. If you're not doing that, you're going to see lines slow down.
Yeah.
You're going to see lines stop. There is a line that a lot of people haven't noticed Tamashii Nations has stopped making. I'm not going to say what it is because they're kind of doing a revamp. They're going to like do a reboot of it. But people haven't noticed it. When you stop engaging on things, you kind of lose interest, and the company thinks that way. So keep engaging, even if you're like, this ain't my cup of tea. I'm not getting this figure. Okay, but do you want another figure in the line coming out? Do you want them to make Bespin Luke? Do you want them to make a Jabba the Hutt? It ain't ever going to happen if you're not engaging. Buying figures is one thing. Engaging on social media is another. In some ways, they go hand in hand. But at least when it comes to the figure as just being popular, that's important. You can kind of mask the sales with overseas sales or from different markets, but just engage with them and let them know that I like this figure. I want this line to grow and continue. I'm excited for the Star Wars line. Do that.
Because if you're not buying the core figures, if the core figures or core characters aren't selling, they're sure not going to make the other ones that we're kind of all hoping for.
They're not going to make background characters. They're not going to make the B team or the C team.
I got to say, I took a quick look, and that face is very, very close to the way he looked when he was standing over Palpatine.
Yeah.
It's a little exaggerated.
A little bit off. It's a little bit off. And people are like, well, it looks goofy. Yeah, but I mean, like, that's the movie.
That's a good picture on the right there.
Oh, yeah. Look at the cape. Look, it's all wired. The cloak, it's all wired.
Cape wired. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely need a second Spidey. Like, I'm all in on this one, man. I might get some of these for my kids for Christmas, like for the following year. These look great. The Spider-Man. We're talking about Spider-Man. So let me go down. Let me let me skip. Let's see if anybody's talking about Star Wars.
And
Hold
they
on. Model
definitely-
Mine has something. I did a lot of research on the tariff fees. 1, rate is based on origin, country of origin. 2, flat fee is $80 to $20 per shipment.
200.
So not per item, it's per shipment. Okay. UPS and FedEx will charge that's tariff set 35% plus about $15 in handling. All right, that's good to know. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Thanks, man.
Well then, come on, guy. I'm not telling you. Get out of here. I'm not telling you.
They do look like they've cleaned his paint up a bit too. The pants are his leggings are a little bit whiter.
On the mace?
Yeah, and the tunic's a little bit different. I like it.
Yeah. So the Gamerverse stuff, from what I understand, is just that kind of Marvel versus Capcom game. It's not like Spider-Man, you know, the Spider-Man 2. As of right now, it could move in that direction. But the plans right now, at least from what I've heard, are kind of that game. You know, there was like Marvel versus Capcom, Marvel versus Capcom 2, that kind of thing. I think from what I've understood, that's the direction. They're kind of sticking with that. And anything that might branch off from that is up in the air. But as of right now, that's just kind of where they are. So cut it out, man. Cut it out. Did I say it was a he? I don't think I did.
No.
I don't think I did.
You've said nothing.
I don't think I did. What females are in that game?
I think you got Psylocke and I think Rogue.
Yeah.
Black was Black
I
Widow?
think Psylocke, Black Widow.
And there are a bunch of different versions. I think She-Hulk came later.
Was She-Hulk in the game?
I think so, and Captain Marvel might have been.
Oh man.
Depends. Right. There are a bunch of different versions. So
Hustle, what are you talking about? I'm not telling anybody. It doesn't rhyme with Humaboraf. Oh. My clue is it's articulated. Yeah. All right. Here's a question. Legit. Do you think Tamashii will dip their toes into a classic comic line? Not game inspired, comic or artist inspired, like McFarlane's Spidey. So what we were told from the Marvel TV guy is that there are plans by Tamashii Nations to do its own comic line because they see the success of Metacom with its Mafex line that are kind of focused on comics. So what the Marvel TV guy told us is that Bandai, Tamashii Nations, is looking at a Silver Age line of comics, at least for Marvel. I don't remember we discussed anything DC because Marvel TV guy only knows Marvel stuff. But he was saying like Silver Age Marvel is where they're kind of looking at. So but I think when he mentioned that they're kind of early in the development, that could take another year or two to come out. So I wouldn't expect anything, you know, there's research involved. He didn't say that it was kind of moving along. He just said that this is what they want to do. When he talked about seeing renders, those were for the Mafex stuff. It wasn't for the Figuarts figure. So if Tamashii Nations is actually getting on board with a comic line from Marvel for the Silver Age, they're in the very, very early stages, the beginning stages, and we might be 2 years out. That's very, very possible. So don't hold your breath, but it seems like it's in the pipeline. So here in the US, what time would we pre-order this given the daytime difference? All right. So these things go up at 4 p.m. almost always on Tamashii's either their website if it's an exclusive, if it's a web exclusive, or just for the retailers. It's a 4 p.m. window. So that's 3 a.m. Eastern time in the US. It's not a web exclusive. The Spider-Man is a general release, so it shouldn't be that hard to get. The web exclusives can be very difficult to get. They sell out because the retailers have to buy them directly from Tamashii Nations like a customer. They're not getting a wholesale price, and you're limited in how many you can get for an account or even for an address. So those will sell out a lot faster. This is a general release, this Spider-Man. Same with the Mace. They're general releases. They're not web exclusives. So they won't be that hard to get, but it'll be 3 a.m. Eastern time on the 27th into the 28th. So after midnight on the 27th, early morning, 28th, 3 a.m. Jason will have his alarm set, right?
Every time, yeah.
Every time.
My wife is not amused. Nothing says fun like a 12:30 a.m. wake up call.
So the Mace, we have 3 things that are different. We have this additional head sculpt, we have the wired cloak, and we have the swishing blade. Those are the 3 noticeable differences between this one and the first one.
And I still think the paint is brighter and a little bit lighter.
Yeah, it's most likely because the Qui-Gon was a different color and paint. So
yeah.
we're probably looking at a different paint. Absolutely.
Definitely cleaner. I like it.
Yeah. Any news on MCU figures? Fantastic Four. Nothing from any of the companies as of right now. I'll ask. I'll have an update most likely next month. I'll ask and see where things are, but I would expect them. I mean, if the movie does well, it's doing okay. It's not doing as well as they had hoped from what I've read. And by they, I mean Marvel and Disney, not necessarily the toy companies. But we'll see. I can hear this figure calling me a mother effer.
you know that's actually engraved on his lightsaber.
Say again?
It's actually engraved on his lightsaber hilt, like he did for Pulp Fiction.
Yes, that's
Which
right.
wallet is it? It's the wallet. I would have put that on my license plate if I could have.
Yeah, it's on his wallet too, right? Padme reissue. That's a good question. I'll inquire about that. Who got the Padme when I did the waffle for that? Was that James?
I'm tempted to say it was James, but that one was a while ago. I think
it was either James or Eric. I can't remember.
I don't remember anymore.
Eric is here. Eric, did you win that Padme? I think Eric won it, as a matter of fact. It might have been Eric.
That is why I stopped going back to get older SHF Star Wars figures, though. They finally started re-releasing them all in there.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like right now for people, what a time to be a collector.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're reissuing everything. Everything. Whether it's Figuarts or Mafex, like you missed the boat. You missed the boat for years. Oh, don't worry, man. We got you. Okay.
Right.
You know. So anyway, that's the difference on the Mace. Now, like if you want to talk head sculpts being off, that Anakin head sculpt is off. That's like an anime Anakin. Not a fan. And the screaming mouth, open mouth Anakin is awful. Awful. It's like the sculptor did it with his eyes closed. This is terrible.
It's the same level of bad as that Shazam grinning one was.
Yes. But this look right here, I mean, you know, ignore the Anakin, but look at that mace pose. That looks awesome.
That's a great pose.
That looks awesome. That's a great pose with the cloak hanging like that. That looks really good. People have been messaging me on Messenger. I'll get to it as soon as the stream ends. So just be patient. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. The IG has 12,000 likes in 30 minutes. Great. That's what we got to do, man. We got to do that. You got to do that. You have to engage. I mean, I was told this directly. Like, that's what matters. Engagement. Star Wars model kits? I don't know. But it seems like everything Bandai does, it's all data-driven. And the fact that they only look at the Japanese market. So again, if you have a VPN, if you're leaving comments or stuff, because they look at, you know, where things are coming from. You know, this percent from France, this percent from Canada, this percent from America. Try to do that. What's this? Are we asking about other figures? I don't know. What are we talking about?
Bleach, the anime?
Did I miss something? I don't know. Did I miss something? All right. So they do run polls. Type in Tamashii Nations August questionnaire. They do monthly questionnaires, polls, asking people about what they bought. And you can click and check, and you can do multiple ones. Each time you just kind of focus on the figure that you bought. So it'll ask you, I don't think you can do multiple figures, what you bought. I think it does one, and then you can do the different answers. But I used to do them all the time. And I used to use it as an opportunity to kind of pitch, I want these figures. I want this figure. I want better head sculpt or better paint on the next figure. Because these are the questions they ask you. Jason, see if you can track one of those down. They're in Japanese, but if you do it on Chrome, you can do the Chrome translate, and everything's translated for you. Would be HasLab prices. No. Depends on how they did it. Kill for a Bespin Luke. Yeah, I would. So they do them, Eric. They do them, but they're like they're based on what you've bought. I think they still do them. Again, I haven't really checked, but they used to do them.
I found a page that says Tamashii surveys.
Let me see. You might be.
There's no survey there, though.
Hold on. Because you guys are outside the country, it might not pull up for you.
That's probably why.
Just give me a second. Let me just look at it. All right. Yeah. This is it. So I'll link it. It might be the same thing you saw. If it doesn't open for you, then do a VPN. And open it with your VPN. So it's designed differently. This is not the same design as years ago. They've updated it. But you click on the figure that you bought, and then it brings you along to different questions. It's a questionnaire. Disney probably says, you do what we say, no polls. Clone Wars would feed families. Funny you should say that. I want them to make a Sam Jackson SHF for all his movies. Nick Fury, check. Mace Windu, check. Who else would they do? They do the dude. What's his character's name from Pulp Fiction?
Oh,
Jules something. Who else could we do?
Snakes on a plane. Just comes
Snakes
with
on a plane.
load of snakes.
Yeah.
He's done so much.
Shaft.
I'd
rather Mezco do that.
Yeah, I'm a big Shaft fan, but that would be pretty niche figure for most of it.
So a Kid Fisto or a Plo Koon, again, engagement. Engagement. They're never going to make them if you don't engage with them. If you don't buy the figures, that's one thing. And I understand, I don't want this figure. I've already got the mace. I'm good with that mace. If that's your stance, cool. But they look at numbers, and they're pretty ridiculous, in my opinion, when they look at the numbers. Like, number one, again, it's all domestic. It's not world numbers. It's domestic market numbers, the Japanese market numbers. They look at the social engagement. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. I might get in trouble for saying this, but again, they've put people in charge of brands that didn't know what the brands were about or actually didn't like the brands. So that can be problematic. And that's not just true of Bandai. That's true of every company. Like, I've gotten shit from certain people, but look at Kathleen Kennedy. I'm not convinced she likes Star Wars. I'm not convinced she gets Star Wars. I don't think she gets it. I think she has an image of something, but she doesn't really understand it. That's you putting people in positions of power over certain things that, frankly, you might be talented, you might be skilled, but skills and talent don't translate into everything, right? You could be a doctor, right? You're a smart person, you've got a good mind, but that doesn't mean that you're an expert in everything. That doesn't mean that your opinion on other things isn't misinformed or ill-informed. Ill-informed is a better word. Just being smart or good at something, you excel in one field, does not translate into everything, right? How many professional athletes do you see who can barely speak English? They went to college. They can barely speak English. They are not, they're not members of Mensa. Like, they excel at one thing, and that's great. And there's a certain premium that's put on that, just like any field. But that doesn't mean that your expertise translates into other things. And just because you're great at, let's just say you do well with the Dragon Ball Z line, that doesn't mean they can put you in charge of the Star Wars line and you're going to kill it. If you don't understand the audience, the market, and you don't understand the films, what's popular, you're not going to succeed. If you don't go all in on things, if you don't demand, like, all right, we need another Mace head sculpt, give me an angry look. Don't just give me another blank expression. Like, give the fans something that they want. Give Yoda his chair.
Yeah.
Like, small things matter. Small things matter. And if you're a fan of the shows, the movies, these are the tiny things that kind of go a long way. And too many times, people are in positions of power, ruling over things they don't get. We're not talking politics. That's not what we're talking about. Just, in a business setting, just because you're great at this aspect of business doesn't mean you're going to be great at this aspect of business. It just doesn't work.
I'd love to see him with a more angry or determined face, like when he was fighting Dooku.
So it would have been cool. It could have been, yeah, that would have been nice. It's too late.
Yeah.
Right? But I like that they did give him this pensive look, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, this thinking Yoda or meditating Yoda. That was great. These people.
I remember when he walked on screen and did what we waited for since we were kids and just drop the cane and kick some ass.
Yeah.
It was be a cool moment to recreate.
Yeah, okay, stupid sandwich. Yeah, I mean anything's possible. Anything's possible. Like I said, even like the Capcom stuff, just the Capcom stuff. There's nothing planned right now, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to. The door is slightly ajar where there's a possibility. So just again, engagement, right? Engagement. In the comments, this looks awesome. Where's the Capcom stuff? Right? Like that matters. They look at that. They collect that data.
Yeah. Same with Mace Windu. You could say how much you love Mace. How much would you love to see the other Jedi? Which I would love. Kit Fisto is a perfect example of. He's one of my favorites. Got that shit-eating grin most of the time.
Yeah. Rhymes with Pulverine. Pitapaka. Pitapaka. Is Silver Age the 80s, 90s? No, Silver Age is like 60s, 70s.
60s and 70s.
What do we call the 90s? The modern age? It was like 30 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. It always started with Golden Age, Silver Age, and then just whatever came after that.
But see, the Golden Age was like, what, 29, 27 to like
late 20s through
60?
50s. Yeah. Covers a lot of ground because they didn't change. They didn't change a whole lot. They keep a lot of those characters pretty similar.
Well, I have been into comics in like 35 years.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really speak on it because I'm not in that anymore. But Silver Age basically started with Marvel, right? Like generally, right? I mean, they've actually pinpointed a comic and like, this is the first Silver Age comic.
There we go. Golden Age,
like
Silver Age, Bronze Age, and Modern Age.
So Modern Age is when?
So I'll give them all to you. Golden Age is 38 to 56, approximately. Silver Age is 56 to 70. Bronze Age is 70 to 85. And this is just one person's opinion here. Modern Age is approximately 85 to present. But I think that is very open to interpretation.
Sure, yeah. Yeah. I thought the Silver Age went deeper into the 70s, not just 70.
I thought it was, yeah.
I thought it was like 75. I thought Silver Age would have gone to like the X-Men team changing.
Yeah.
Like that big annual where they changed. Anyway. Would love a Silver Surfer. Who wouldn't? Silver Age is the 60s, yeah, 60s, 70s. Modern Age is 80s, 90s, basically.
Yeah.
And now. And now. All right, Eric confirmed it was him. It was him. This is the Padme. Yeah.
That was a nice win.
Listen, man, Eric doesn't like to brag. That dude is a lucky son of a gun. That dude, he's a nice guy, and I think that karma goes out and brings him back positivity because that dude does pretty well.
Hey, he's a good dude.
Yeah. All right. Staying up until 2 a.m. on Thursday. I'm going to look like a corpse for the rest of the day. Dude, just set your alarm. Set your alarm.
I will say when when I do the same thing and I actually get that figure, there's no way I'm going right back to sleep because I'm way too pumped up for it.
Yeah. We'll be posting the links for all of the stuff that goes up in the pre-order chat and on the page, on the group page. So, you know, there's going to be different sellers putting them up, and we'll try to get it up as soon as we can. I tend to kind of focus on the Amazon links because it's hard for people outside Japan to actually find those links quickly because most of it's in Japanese. So other people will post like Hobby Genki, Hobby Link Japan, those things, Hobby Search, and they'll post them in the chat and they'll post them on the Facebook group. If you're not in the Facebook group and you want to be, you know, you want to be privy to these drops, you should join the group because we're always posting them in real time, right? Like there's a couple of admins who live in Japan, so posting them in real time isn't that difficult for us. Jason wakes up, he's doing it. Al usually wakes up, he's doing it. We have people kind of working the Facebook page 24 hours a day because we're all over the world. So it's a good group to be in, to help people out. Yeah. Mafex just posted a crazy hush line reveal on their Insta. What is it? What'd they do? Just ordered the cap reissue. Nice. Nice. Is there a date on that cap? I didn't click on the link that that Al posted. Yeah. A good Anakin. Yeah. I'm holding out hope for the Mafex. Yeah. Crazy decisions. I don't know. Weird decisions. It's probably just the image. The eternal question, does Anakin or Mace win this duel? I'm going to have to go with Anakin. Because he was angry. He's channeling the dark side. It's a little annoying when Mafex does 60 reissues in a row and we only see 2 or 3 new releases. Listen, man, I was thinking the exact same thing yesterday. Like, enough of the reissues taking up spots for new releases. Enough. Like, people have caught up. They've caught up. You've re-released just about every figure people wanted in the last year and a half. A year and a half. So, enough. Enough. 1 reissue a month, maybe. Maybe. 1 reissue every 2 months is probably better. Let's focus on the new stuff.
We're still as the secondary and tertiary reissues where you're like, we've seen this twice already this year. Jeez.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Way too many. Way too many. You mentioned a soft reboot of a line that faded out a few minutes ago. Yep. People are speculating what is being rebooted. So it's a Figuarts line. We haven't seen anything from them in a while for it. So, you know, it's a popular line. We haven't seen anything from them. They're going to revisit that line fresh. So, yeah, same thing. Same thing. It's not a Western line. It's a Japanese line. It's a Japanese line. Do we know if Bandai stopped making MCU figures? They haven't put anything out in a while.
It's been a long time.
I doubt they have. The last ones they put out with that Wolverine and Deadpool, those sold well. Those sold out. The first wave sold out. They did a second wave They've actually, I think, done 3 waves. But that first wave, the Deadpool sold out really fast. The Wolverine, I don't know if he sold out, but the Wolverine definitely, the numbers were low.
He's
in
on
terms of
sale.
if you went into stores, you couldn't find a lot. But those did really well for them. And they came out when? Like October, November, something like that?
December, end of year. December, January is when mine was.
Well, no, they came out before that because I was searching for them for Christmas for my kids. So I think they came out maybe early December, maybe.
You can get that Wolverine for a steal right now. Jeez.
Yeah.
It's like $50.
They're never going to stop Kamen Rider. That line is insane. Well, I didn't say anything was a canceled line. I said it was a line that they kind of stopped doing that they're going to redo. That's not it. Yeah, they do polls. They did a poll when they relaunched. They did a soft relaunch of the line when they were I don't know. They did 2 polls actually. They did one when they released one figure from each trilogy, and then they did another one a few months after that. But yeah, they absolutely did do something. But that was kind of a general thing. You didn't have to search it out like what I linked right here. Does anyone use the Kotobukiya light up lightsabers? No, I don't.
Mm-mm.
I didn't know that they had any in that scale. I wasn't aware of that. Ray from Jurassic Park. I would buy that. I would buy that figure.
Oh, and his character from the Hateful Eight would be kind of cool.
Yes, that would be a cool character too.
It's hard because he doesn't really play a lot of figure-driven characters. It's not like superheroes or stuff where you can pick them out too easily.
Yeah. So thank you, Jose. Channel's great. Thank you very much. It was the first to give the preview of the Spider-Man Gamerverse figure. Always watching the channel. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, Django. I don't know about that one. Let me see. I can't give any hints. Only it's Marvel. That's the only hint I can get. Oh, Stu with the breaking news. SHF Labubu confirmed. So I have people in America want me to pick them up Labubu. Labubus. Ian and I have seen the lines, which are insane. But Ian told us that they're now doing a lottery for these things here in Japan. So that might be better. I don't want to stand out in line, wasting, hours of my day for something that might not even be in the store. So if they're doing a lottery, that would be good. Girls, especially girls, they like the Labubu stuff. So I have family that wants some. So I'd like to bring some back when I go. They want to take over the collecting world. That's what happens when you build hype. They should do that. Episode 1 today. Question: Do the issues with the Dragon Ball figures also stem from the fact that Toriyama passed away and now the IP is tied up? I don't know that there's any issue with the Dragon Ball figures. I don't really collect Dragon Ball. My son has started getting into Dragon Ball, so I've been picking up some figures here and there for him. But I'm not aware of any issues with the Dragon Ball figures. When I talked about Dragon Ball, it was just as an analogy. I wasn't saying that there was anything going on with the line. So I don't know. I have no idea. I can ask what's going on. What's up, man? Just wanted to say, hey, yo. Thank you, man. We're having a fun stream so far. We've barely gotten into anything.
Yeah.
We've just been inundated with So much going on. I'm trying to not cough up a lung. The SH Metaphor how do I pronounce this? Refantasio will figure. I can never pronounce these.
Close enough.
Yeah, bugged me so much it didn't come with a Gallica something. Again, I don't collect that line. I don't watch that stuff, so I don't know everything that they do and stuff. So I apologize for butchering it. No news on them, but I will be. I will be asking. Bronze Age, yeah, that's so weird to say, isn't it? So nothing for the Mafex. If you're joining late, there's no Mafex for this month. There's no Mafex at all, unfortunately. New releases. And what I've been told is the Holland Spider-Man integrated suit and the Joker are probably going to be the next two. What up, G? What's going on? The Ahsoka Anakin wasn't that bad. I agree. It wasn't that bad, and that's what was being referenced earlier. We still need the Gwenpool. Yeah, I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure it's coming.
And the evil Gwenpool. I want them both.
Yeah. Yep. No idea. I think that finally these toy companies are realizing that the stylized versions are what's hot. Shout out to Capcom artists from back in the day. Yeah. I mean, that's sort of the inspiration with Amazing Yamaguchi, is it not? That kind of stylized Capcom look. I've always thought it was. So hopefully soon. I hope the line they're going to revisit is Cowboy Bebop. It's pretty low possibility that is not the line.
I'd be surprised if they brought it back, but I really did want to get at least a Spike. And now it's pretty, I think they're pretty up there still.
Yeah. Should I wait to get the MVC figs in Tamashii Nations New York, or should I pre-order? I would pre-order if you were going to pre-order with a place that has a warehouse, that you know has a warehouse, so that if these tariffs are still a thing in March when the figure releases, you can keep it there and hold it for a bit.
I would do that, yeah.
Yeah. That would be my recommendation. Do I have any information about the much criticized design choices of the One Piece line? No. I haven't talked about One Piece with anybody. And I think you asked this question in the Reddit, if I'm correct. I think you asked this question in Reddit, and I wrote it down to ask next time I have the opportunity. So if you did write this in the Reddit under the photo, please comment so I can connect the two. What happens if you already paid Nin Game for your figures, but they haven't released by Mafex? Do you still have to pay for the tariffs? If Nin Games doesn't have a warehouse and they make you ship them, that could be an issue. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. It's better to reach out to them, but I'm sure that they're scrambling right now themselves, trying to figure out what they're going to do. Don't blame the companies. I mean, we can get angry, but these companies right now, they're probably looking, they're probably looking at this situation. They've pre-ordered stuff, so they're locked in to orders with these companies. They have to pay for this merchandise. And if everybody overseas starts canceling their stuff, saying, I want a refund, they could very well go out of business. So I understand everybody has money invested in this. You've prepaid. And I know that they're not trying to screw people, but they're not trying to off themselves at the same time. Like, you know, I don't want to say the S word because I don't know how YouTube handles that, but, you know, they don't want to do that to themselves, and they would try to avoid it at any way they could. So try to understand their situation before you start getting into shouting matches in your emails. Just try to work together to find some sort of amicable way of kind of resolving this. Suggest they create a warehouse for people if they don't have one. But, you know, you got to look at it from their point of view as well. So they're locked in on these things because you've paid them. They had to order the product so they're not short when the product is released. So you get yours because you paid for it. Now that the product is releasing, and because of issues beyond the, you know, their control and your control, there's now this tariff. You know, it's a hard situation to be in for everybody. So just try to understand their point of view and try to figure something out.
Random question for you, Robert.
Yeah.
Mafex Xenomorph, any good? That had quality problems, right?
No. I do not recommend anyone buy that figure.
They just popped up a used one, but I won't share that.
Unless you want them laying on the ground dead in your display. This is the type of figure you definitely need the stand with.
Yeah.
And anytime you touch it to like just move an arm or something, something's gonna fall off it. A leg, an arm. This was back in the day when Metacom's reputation was pretty shit. Justifiably.
Yeah.
Pretty shit.
Wasn't until Boba Fett that they turned it around, right?
No, it was even after that. Like Boba Fett was the outlier.
Yeah.
Hold on. I've got their product page here. For me, the figure that changed it for me with them definitively, because I was collecting the Nolan stuff. The Nolan Batman stuff was solid. That was solid, but the other stuff was like hit or miss. But for me, the figure that kind of signified they've gone in a new direction was probably the Black Panther, Mafex 091. Because that was the first figure that I could directly compare with Figuarts, and it was superior to the Figuarts. That was the first time I was like, okay, they're doing some good stuff here, like legitimately good stuff. That was the first time you could actually compare figures and say, all right, the Mafex is better. So it's probably that 091 Mafex.
Cool.
Yeah, but I would not get that Xenomorph.
Yeah, it popped up used, but I wouldn't get it either.
All right, we're caught up in the chat. So so again, these are releasing in September. I've seen the cloaks in person and in the Figuarts in the Tamashii Nations store, and it's not the finished product. I was not impressed with the cloaks when the hood was up. And if we remember the Ahsoka cloak, it was awful. Yep. Horrendous.
It was like they starched the hell out of it, and
so bad. It was like a parachute.
It was crispy. Yeah, it was a really weird choice.
So I've seen the cloak on Old Man Obi-Wan, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Now, what's next for the Star Wars line? Again, you have to engage. You have to engage. You have to tell them you like it, you have to tell them you want more. You have to do these things. Now I can't say too much, but I can say there's new people making decisions on the Star Wars line. New people who are legitimately interested in the Star Wars line. And we've seen this, have we not, in the last year? Mm-hmm. We've seen evidence of this. And this correlates to new blood being in charge. So, all right, hold on a second. Just saw on Japan Post's website they're only accepting packages that are gifts with a value less than 100. All right, well that covers all the figures. If people got multiple figures, I'll just put 50 and 50. If you want me to, I can do that. I'd rather not put the full cost anyway. I mean, that only hurts you. You know what I mean? Like, so if that's true, okay. But they have new blood, they have new people in charge. It's very important that we understand that. And I've heard rumors about where they're headed. And there's some exciting stuff that they'd like to do. So let's say that. There's some exciting stuff for the Star Wars line that they would like to do moving forward. That means we have to support the line. If you want the Figuarts line to succeed and you want them to do this. Okay? I'm not going to say it, but if you'd like that sort of thing to happen, you can extrapolate what I'm trying to say without me saying it. Then it's important for you to engage and show them that this Star Wars line is worth their investment in. It's very important. So I'll take one more minute of questions in the chat if anybody has a question about this, and then we'll move on to the next topic. So shoot me your questions. The next topic, by the way, hold on. I think I lost it. Yeah, hold on. I got to pull it up again. Oh, one thing that I do want to show you. Hold on. It's interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know if anybody's noticed this. There's no Deadpool.
That's weird.
Yeah. They never put Deadpool in. Weird. Very weird. No Ewoks line. Did you see this Jaws 50th anniversary Tubbs Orca boat? I got it. It was a struggle to get. It was not easy to get, but I got it. I'm very happy. Thank you. Hold on. So we've kind of talked about it. Jubilee is not scheduled for August, from what I was told. No. When do you think we'll see the new Star Wars SHF? That's something I've asked and something I'm waiting on an answer from. So when I learn, I'll let people know. Wraith with the funnies, with the talks. I'd love it if we could get more Gamerverse figures from the original PS1 Spider-Man. I think a lot of people would like that. And I think that would be cool. Not limited to just that Capcom game. They're still at it. 0. So I said I can't reveal the figure, but the figure is going to be a Marvel figure. It's a Marvel figure. So the first 3 figures are definitely Marvel figures. Hold on. SHF had a prototype for Jawas years ago. Yeah. That event was so cool. I was there. I took photos and stuff, and I don't know where they are. I lost them. That was a really cool event when they showcased all their Star Wars stuff back in the day when they were kicking the Black Series ass. Like, it was so good. All right. So let me remove this again. Just a heads up. Like, it's very strange that they haven't added him, and this has been the case. Like, they didn't have him on and remove him. They just never added him. Very weird. So, all right. So let me close this. The next. Hold on. One of the things that people have been talking about recently is Manipple Studios. So let's pull up Isaac Wong's photos. And this is the Manipple. Let me erase that. I'll remove that comment. Sorry. No news on the SHF Fantastic Four. Gamerverse. The only hints are there's nothing Capcom that's in the pipeline right now. Everything is Marvel. And the next figure to be announced should probably be in 2 months. Did I get the Lego Jaws kit? I did. I did get that. All right. So this figure, I think a lot of people missed out on the pre-order for this. Did you get this, Jason?
I did not. And you know I'm a sucker for Batman, so yeah, I don't know. I was backing a little bit off the DCU there for a while.
One thing about this figure, and I watched the video. So there's 3 versions of this figure, and they all have light up eyes, similar to the Chaos National Defender, employing the same technology. Is there a connection between Manipple and Muff Toys? I don't know. It's the exact same technology with the magnet touching, the same type of light source. But there's 3 versions. We get a black version, we get a regular version, and we get a battle damage version. Okay. Looking really good. So the regular version looks like this. The battle damage version looks like this. Looking good. And then that black version looks like this.
Did you pick them up?
So I did not get the Manipple one, and I'm going to talk about the one I did get.
Okay.
But the Manipple one looks really good. And I looked for it after the fact, and I couldn't find it.
It's gone.
And as a matter of fact, I don't think I ever saw it up for pre-order on the Japanese websites. Ever. So keep that in mind, because I want to reference that in a minute. But it looks great. I mean, this is the finished product. This is great. This isn't the prototype. This looks great. I mean, that looks like Ben Affleck. That looks really, really nice. Can we talk right now about how LPZZ is about to put 112 in a chokehold? Well, look at this guy. I mean, this guy's pretty badass too. I mean, you know, looking great. So we get 2 different versions of this. The head. Great detail on the suit, on the armor. Look at that. All these little small details right here. All the small details. So the battle damage version comes with this. This was never advertised, but it does come with it. All right, so I kind of want to go through this quickly. He's taller than Superman, which I think is accurate to the film. He towers over the Mafex. The Mafex obviously is pretty old, and their face paint is usually kind of soft. But that Manipple looks great. And then we see with some of the other figures from different lines. Now he scales pretty well with the Muff. Pretty well. And he scales pretty well with the LPZZ. This guy looks really nice. The in art is just a baby. He's like a teenager, right? He's just a kid. But look at that. So this is that stealth version, that black version, which looks really nice.
Yeah, I like that stealth version.
Yeah. I mean, endless possibilities if you get these figures. Really great. All right, so that's it. We already saw that. All right. So, all right, I have to stop, remove this, and then I got to share another one. I did not order that one. What I did order was the Present Toys one. Now, Present Toys, this is on Toys Metaverse. I didn't order from Toys Metaverse, but it's basically the same figure. It came out, it was announced at the same time. It looks like it comes with the same accessories. The battle damage on the figure looks the same. Three different versions of the figure. Same as the Manipple one. Same.
Yeah, it's too close to be a coincidence.
It's too close. And this is coming out now. So we know how Chinese companies roll. They kind of make these, you know, these other company names. Now this is Present Toys Power Toys. Present Toys usually does 1/6 stuff. But they were doing this with Power Toys, and I'm kind of just wondering what that's all about. I did order this. I ordered all three. And I can still order these. These are still available. So if anybody missed out on the Manipple one, again, we don't have any reviews of this one in hand. But there's three different versions of this. So this is the Manipple one. It looks like it's the same figure. So I don't know. I'm confused. I'm very confused. Like I said, I did order that. I ordered the Present Toys one. This one is sold out from Toys Metaverse, but I can still get them here. So if anybody needs it, you know, shoot me a message. I can put in more orders, more pre-orders, because it's still a pre-order. It's coming out at the end of next month. So I should be getting invoiced pretty soon, I think, for them. But as a figure, I think this looks great. Looks really awesome. Very, very nice. But I think the companies are kind of working together. You know, and I think maybe Muff and Present, Power, and Manipple are all kind of connected in some way. So, did you order the Present Toys one, Jason?
I did not, but I am thinking about it.
So okay, Plaza Japan has it up. Thank you. A rain slick version of the armored Batfleck. Yeah. Well, I think that's what that kind of black version was. I think that's what it's supposed to represent. Will Mafex continue to make DC figures from the old movies, or will they start to switch to the new DC movie characters, or both simultaneously? I don't know. Even Marvel TV guy was like, Mafex, Metacom, they just don't talk. They don't want to reveal anything, even to the license holder. They don't like to talk. So who knows with those guys? Manipple or Muff would just do a new regular suit BVS Batman. That would be pretty cool. Yeah. They both at the same time. It's not a coincidence. I mean, something's going on. Because they look the same. And we got 3 different versions. The same look.
Yeah.
The same, armor damage and stuff. Just weird. But anyway, that Dark Knight in art is still available. Yeah, it's still available. Shoot me a message. So yeah, this is a figure. I think it looks great. Isaac Wong gave it, I think, really good review. So if you are on the fence, it's coming from China. It's not coming from Japan. So that's probably not going to be an issue. Just make sure you order it from one of the Chinese sellers. Maybe Bombasby, Gundamit, Toys Metaverse, if any become available. 1/6 Kid. Yeah.
DC Toy Box, HK Toy Box.
Yeah.
Toys.
Yeah. So there's a lot of options.
There's a bunch of them. Some are better than others.
Yeah. All right, let me remove that. And the only other thing that I wanted to talk about in terms of toy news was that Figura Obscura New Jersey Devil. Did anybody order that? I ordered it. I think it looked great. I think it looks nice. I really like the Figura Obscura line. There's a lot of great things they do with that line. It's very, very cool, very nice. Did you get it, Jason?
Yeah, I thought about it. I got up to get it. I don't know. Wasn't exactly feeling it. It is a really cool figure. I am all in on their holiday lines.
Well, for me, I want to kind of build a Conan kind of stylized shelf.
Mm-hmm.
And that would, I mean, he doesn't have to be the New Jersey Devil. He can just be this creature that Conan is fighting. So these kind of things, I know it's good quality because they put out good quality. But these days when I'm buying these type of things, whether it's like the Mythic Legion stuff, I'm kind of thinking about it in terms of like a Conan display. Not Frazetta Girls Conan. Mezco Conan. That stuff. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I love Conan. And that world building for me is fun. So I got it. I thought it was cool. I can't wait for like their Halloween one that's gonna come out. Yeah. And the Christmas one that's gonna come out. I'm really looking forward to those. Every year I do. They're really great.
I'm hoping we get the other 2 ghosts for Christmas.
That would be good. So we got the Ghost of Christmas Present.
Beautiful.
No, we got Past. So the Ghost of Christmas Present is the big.
Big yeah. The big jolly guy.
Yeah. So that would probably be next.
Should be.
And then Future would be probably the best one.
Oh, come on. I want to see that. Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah. What up, Garth? Darth
G, what's up, dude? You never have enough Darths.
There you go. Oh, you look cool. Not your thing. That's cool. Yeah. I mean, it checked the boxes for me. So I liked it. I ended up picking it up. Really nice. All right. So after this stream, we're going to do a member stream. It was supposed to start about 36 minutes ago. We'll try to wrap this stream up. But before we do, What we try to do here is try to spotlight some of the toy photography that we like every week. And for me, I'll go first.
Yeah, let me switch mine.
I don't know how to pronounce this. Is it Ganji Wifer? Maybe.
I think so, and that guy's awesome.
Dude's awesome. Dude's awesome. But I love this with Jason Voorhees doing his his karate training in his dojo. I think that's really cool. I love this photo. It's really nice. You can find him on Instagram if you're not following him. He puts out great photography. Oh, it seems like every day. Like it's just always something cool. So support him. Let him know you like it. Let him know you love it. Yeah. So this is the photo that I like the most this week. There's a lot of great stuff out there. There's a lot of people putting out great stuff. Al is doing one right now that I think is great, and I can't wait for him to actually post it. That'll probably be my photo for next week. But yeah, so this Jason in his karate training.
His Bert and Ernie work is exceptional.
Exceptional. Yeah. All right, so I'll remove mine. Are you ready?
Yeah, I just kind of grabbed one from one of my favorites from the group. Is mine showing? Carlos Garcia is always putting cool stuff up, and the thing I really dig about I couldn't find him on Instagram, so if I missed it, my apologies, Carlos. But he's always got such good mood to his pictures. There's always such a cool feel about it, whether it's weather or just shadowing or lighting. It always kind of sucks you in. So right now it's scorching hot, so winter looks pretty freaking good to me.
But, yeah, that's a great photo.
Check out the group. Check out Carlos. He's got a lot of really cool stuff.
Carlos posts in a bunch of groups. He's in like the Figuarts groups, and he's in the Marvel Legends group. Yeah. Guy's very prolific.
He is.
But it's a great photo. So Sneaky says that he's selling those Kung Fu dummies.
Really?
What are we talking about? Like the things that you fight against? I have that in 1/6. I ended up throwing it away. Like I just couldn't use it. It's too much of a hassle. So we'll just recap one more time. Hold on. Give me a second. All right, let me remove your thing. Let's do one more share. Okay. So these are some of the things that have been announced today from Figuarts. Again, I don't know these lines, so I couldn't really speak on them. What is that? Kurapika from Hunter x Hunter. Okay, so this is one of the things that was teased. I don't know this line. I don't know this IP.
Same.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, it's not a line I collect.
Yeah, it's not really my line. If you're into it, that's cool. And then we got Leorio, I guess, again from the Hunter x Hunter line. I don't know this line. I don't know this storyline. I could potentially get one of these, potentially, just as a background character. Maybe.
I used to watch so much anime, and I just don't have time.
Yeah.
I wish I did.
Yeah. All right. So one more time, take a look at this Spider-Man. So it's general release. It'll go up for sale on Friday. I think Friday's the 28th. Friday the 28th?
Thursday here.
Thursday, sorry. Thursday the 28th, 4 p.m. usually. Japan time, which is 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This guy, to me, just visually, looks like the definitive Spider-Man.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me go to the Tamashii page and see what they have for this. you guys can keep looking at that.
I mean, visually and articulation is exactly what you want.
Yes. Oh. Hold on. All right, let me just stop this one, and I'll share the Tamashii's page.
Any word on Peacemaker now that the show's come back out?
No.
That's a shame.
We got the Hot Toys tease.
Yeah, I saw it.
All right, so it's 9,900 yen, like we thought. Comes out in March. So 15.5 centimeters, approximately. So that's the same as Cyclops. So we get the main body, 4 pairs of interchangeable hands, interchangeable head part. I guess that's the spider sense. Swing spider web, defensive spider web, adapter parts for spider sense effects parts. I don't know if maybe that's to hold it in place. I don't know. Well, okay, so the interchangeable head part is different then, because the spider sense effect parts is listed separately. So I don't know. And we get a special move effect card.
It's that wet blast.
Yeah. Anything else? No, nothing else. Yeah. So yeah. Deleting some comments. So far, this Spidey is the second character from the Gamerverse line. Yes, that is correct. Cyclops was number 1, and Spider-Man is number 2, and number 3 will be another Marvel character, probably October, November, announced, probably. You made it. Thank you for coming, man. Appreciate it. So yeah, he's the same height. Again, it's a video game. I mean, they don't really distinguish heights in the video games, right? I mean, everybody's sort of the same height. Look at the game. They're probably the same. Yeah, man, I know what the next character is. I can't tell you. Not yet. Maybe next month I can tell you. I got to get the okay before I can start putting that stuff out there. But we'll see. So, again, the member stream will be immediately after this, probably a couple minutes after, and then we can talk a little bit about maybe this and some of the other stuff. So any final parting thoughts, Jason, before we end the stream?
Just another fun time hanging with you and with the group. Enjoyed engaging with everybody in the chat. So hope everybody has a good week for collecting. Watch out for those tariffs.
Nomad, Stu with the breaking news. Nomad. Hustle's okay with it. Thank you, man. Who are you guys hoping is next from this line? I think everybody's been throwing everything out there. The King thinks it's going to be one of these two. I mean, you know, could be. Is Colossus in the Gamerverse universe? Yeah, he's in there.
Oh, I'm never going to get my Colossus, am I?
Maybe not. All right, guys. So I'm going to end this. We'll do a quick member stream, maybe like 20 minutes long. And then I got to go get lunch and take my medicine. So after lunch, I'm going to go get boxes, start boxing stuff up, go through my inventory. What do I have? Who's on the list? If you still need these figures, you can ask me. I'll put you on the back of the list. When I get the figures, I will definitely let you know at least when your name gets closer. I don't buy figures outright if I'm picking them up for people. People have to send me the money because in Japan, there's no returns. You can't return a figure. You can't say I changed my mind. It doesn't work. It's got to be broken or there has to be a mistake, like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream. Short of those two things, they will not accept any type of return. So I can't buy it with my own money. If people have been known to back out of things. I'm just saying. So send me the money. I'll pick it up for you. If you're worried about the tariffs, I can hold on to stuff for you. I can't hold on to stuff forever. Obviously, we have to have sort of an end game in mind, but I can hold on to stuff at least till maybe the end of the year. And I can bring some stuff back with me in November when I go to America, put them in my suitcase and bring them over. So I'll be getting more stuff hopefully this week. They are supposed to be getting more Batmans. Batman's been very difficult to get. I got all the Homelander. I have almost all the Spider-Man. I have paid for Spider-Man through the Medicom website, and they're sending them to me. So they're already paid. I don't have them physically, though. I've already paid for them. Just to kind of make it easier, because I was sick. I was just buying the Spider-Mans because they were available, and I got them. So I'll be doing all of that now. Make sure you send me your address if I'm picking up a figure for you. And I'll reach out to people. And I highly recommend everyone do EMS to make sure that these get out as quickly as possible to beat that cutoff. Thank you, Hustle. I appreciate it. So we'll be going over to the member stream in maybe 2 minutes, and then we can continue talking for about 20 minutes. So appreciate it, guys. This was a really fun stream. Maybe it's just Jason and me for the future. This was very good.
Yeah, right.
More streamlined.
It did go a little faster.
Yeah, go faster. The Batman is. I'm talking about this Batman, Darth Gutierrez. This one. The Medicom event one. So thanks, guys. If you are a member, hop on over. If you're not sure you're a member, just check the stream. If you see it, you're a member. If you don't see it, you're not a member. So take care, guys. Have a good day. Have a good night. And hope to see everybody on Saturday morning for the next stream. So take care. See you all.
Thanks, guys. Take care, everybody.